Today I'm going to show you how to make a ramp. First, let's get the wood out. So there's the wood. It's going to be a small ramp. I'm going to make it so it fits in the back of my van easily, because in the last video you saw with me and Tom Cardy hitting the ramp, this is how you make it, and you can take this way of building ramps to bigger and bigger and bigger. So yeah, it should be helpful for you, hopefully. So I'm just going to measure the back of my van, see how much space that I've actually got. About 6.5 foot and width, okay, 4 foot wide, so that's fine because the sheet that's going to go on top is already 4 foot wide, so that's perfect. So we're going to take these measurements and put them onto the ramp. So this is just the way I like to build ramps. Maybe a pro ramp builder would think that it's wrong, but anyway, I'm going to do my best. We're going to make it and then we can try it out the front on the street. So I've got my measurement along here, and that's going to be when the ramp's on its bottom sat down, so that's just over 6 foot, and I want the ramp to be 3 foot tall, so let's mark that out. So next up, you need to put your wood on the floor, then you need to choose a radius, and this is probably the hardest bit. I have used a tow rope that I use on my jet ski, and what you do is you measure the length that you want the radius. So I've got an 8 foot radius, and you position the rope directly above where you want to start your ramp. So that's the point I measured earlier, which was just over 6 foot, so it fits in the back of my van. Then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a pen and draw this line here, so you'll see. Keeping it tight, drawing the radius. I have my line on now the whole way. So can you see that? Just about. That looks good. Next up, you need one of these. It's a jigsaw. See, it's got the saw blade there, and you can do like turns and stuff with that. So we're going to follow that pen line that I just drew on the ramp with this. Epic. So that's one side done. Just need to cut here now for the 3 foot that I measured earlier. 3 foot is there. Make a line with a bit of your wood there. Boom, there we go. So this is the first part of the ramp, see? So now we have our first template. It gets super easy. We just lay this onto the other piece of wood that we've got left, draw around it and cut that out, and then it gets more exciting. Make sure you line it up perfectly, otherwise it's going to be a bit odd. Let's draw that line then. Follow pen. And same like before, make sure it's off the ground so we don't destroy our blade. So now we have 2 halves. Awesome. Let's stick them together. So next up, we're going to need these pieces of timber. These are 2x4s, and I've got them cut down to just under 4 foot. So when I connect the 2 pieces together and then lay my ply on top, it won't overlap. So let's start off by starting the skeleton. We need to get one of these in to hold the two pieces together, and then we can carry on from there. This is going to be hard because I'm on my own, but I'll make it work. Just worked out how to do it. So you're going to put one side against something that doesn't move, then one side of the template can go like this. So if you're on your own, you can lean a bit of ply up against something so it doesn't move. Then we can rest that, which is just somehow magically standing there, and then we can screw in down here, and then that will hold itself up. Then we can start with the rest of the skeleton. Now we can connect the next piece like this. We're lining up the second piece, so I'm going to have to use my head because no one's here to help. Boom, done. Now it's going to hold itself up and we can continue this skeleton. Okay. So once you've got these two in, it will be strong and you'll be able to easily put the rest together. Boom. Now we've got three in, it becomes more and more stiff, so you can just wedge the wood in and it holds itself up, and you can just screw it in. So I'm going to do the rest now. So there's the ramp skeleton, super easy. It made it easier for me because the place I bought the wood from already cut the pieces that go across, so super simple. Now we just got to lay the ply and make this ramp become rideable. Now we just got to bend it into place. And then we can slowly put them all in. Right, drill that in. Once you get a couple of screws in, it becomes way easier. Looking good. Okay, so I'm going to put a few more screws in, then we got to cut off this overhanging piece here. Don't know how good this bit's going to be, but you need a saw now, and we're going to cut this top bit off. Bit off track at the end there, but that's awesome. So there we go, ramp built. Let's just go over again what we need. So I had screws, I had 18mm board of OSB, I also had a piece of ply which was 12mm thick, 8 foot long, 4 foot wide. Then I had 12 pieces of 2x4 cut just under 4 foot, so that when I put the ply on it was exactly the right width, so there was no gap here. Then we measured our radius, which I chose for this was 8 foot. We drew that on the sides with the piece of string like I showed you, cut it out. Then you use the one side that you've got left to draw the template onto the spare piece of wood, cut that out, put it together, and there you go, done. Wow. So that's how you build the ramp. Hope you enjoy it. Leave some comments. Be sick if you subscribed. See you in the next one.